This is Mr. MegaManFan. It's a rare share Wednesday, and underneath this Super Game Boy manual is a stack of NES instruction manuals with a little bit of a story behind it. My cat Tango is also going to join us for this video. Sit down, Tango, and be a good boy. So anyway, some of you may have seen my amazing video game museum videos on this channel. Others of you may have seen Trading Games Video Game Museum on YouTubers like Metal Jesus Rocks and John Riggs when they went to the Missouri Gaming Convention. Well, I see Jason from Trading Games at a lot of different conventions that I've been to, and hopefully will go to in the future, and he usually hooks me up with great deals. Now, a decade or more ago, he hooked me up on a whole bunch of instruction manuals, and I do mean a decade ago because I'm very sure the address on this flyer in the bag is no longer accurate. The URL should still work. I'm pretty sure that when I went to visit his store, it had moved to a different location. So, got Road Blasters here, and Puss in Boots, that one is definitely uncommon. Power Blade, that one's highly sought after. Phantom Fighter, I just picked through his pile and he said, take as many as you want and I'll give you a deal. Because he didn't want to take all his stuff back with him after the convention, as a lot of people do when they're trying to get rid of their stuff before they have to take it all back to the store. Nightshade, the Claws of Hlech, A Nightmare on Elm Street. And there's some really good ones in this pile that I had completely forgotten I had because this bag went unsorted for over a decade. Monopoly, that's cool. It looks like the original old school board game. Metal Gear, I was excited to see that one. I didn't even know I had the instruction manual for that, so I was pretty stoked when I came across that. Mechanized Attack, Low G-Man, Load Runner. You'll notice that at times I stop and alphabetize these because seriously, I had never been through these. I just bought so many of his manuals all in one shot. Mappy Land, and get that in front of Mechanized Attack. I know I had a strategy when I was going through his pile of manuals. I tried looking for things that I'd just never seen before or that weren't necessarily Nintendo, like third-party manufacturers, stuff that was outside of the common area. There's King's Knight from Square, Kabuki Quantum Fighter. I was very happy to see that one in the pile. Jeopardy, probably a little more on the common side. Isolated Warrior, I'm going to say, is probably not so common. And we'll sort those into the correct alphabetical order here. And continue with Hogan's Alley and Classic Concentration. Captain Planet, I was definitely excited to see that one. That caught me by surprise. That was a good choice on my part. But it only gets better from here. I had some really astoundingly amazing, if I was not keeping these for my own collection to put with my NES cartridges, man, I'd be stoked at what I could do with them. Baseball Simulator 1000, probably not so much. Bases Loaded 3, that's a pretty good one because Ryan Sandberg is on there. I was, and still am, a big Cubs fan. Back to the Future 2 and 3. Athletic World. American Gladiators. Dun, 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 dun. Boy, it's been 30 years since that show was on TV and that theme song is still stuck in my head. Castle Quest. 1942. Unfortunately, I did not immediately sort that into the proper order, and I don't know why, so I apparently was more focused on shuffling something into the P's here. What was it? Oh, I think I know. Pac-Man. Who wrote this note on there? Because it wasn't Jason. That's not his handwriting. I don't know where this Pac-Man manual came from, but it got stuck in with all the rest of the stuff, as did this RBI Baseball. Both of those came from a different pile that I combined in with the pile of stuff I got from Jason. So who wrote me that note? I'll just have to continue to ponder that and go on with the rest of these instruction manuals sorting through them, sorting them out, seeing what all I got from Jason at Trading Games. Maybe those Tenga manuals did come from him, but I really don't think so because they weren't in either of these bags of NES manuals. I just added them in as I was going through. And apparently they're stuck in this bag, so apologies for the shaky camera there for the moment. And then we've got baseball for NES. A little bit on the common side, but I'm still happy to have it because I didn't have that one before. Nor did I have Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers, so that is a nice addition to the collection. And I compare that with the dual cartridge, one of many variants of Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers I have. NES Play Action Football. Obviously a cheap manual, but still one I'm happy to add to the collection. And we move on to Metal Mech, Man and Machine by Jalico. And I'm very happy to find that one in this pile, as I am Platoon from Sunsoft, which isn't the greatest Nintendo game of all time, but the movie tie-in makes it worthwhile, and it's still funny to see 50 cents listed on a lot of these, especially knowing I got a combined deal. Vice Project Doom, Thundercade. That's just cool as hell. A motorcycle shooting a machine gun out of the front. Tajin Dragon from Bunch Games. I really tried to go for the obscure and third-party manufacturers when I saw his stack. So Atlas, Sammy, that Rockin' Cats manual is beautiful. Robo Demons. I was super psyched to see some Color Dreams manuals in here. Raid 2020. That was a very nice decision on my part as well. I tried to not just get first-party Nintendo instruction manuals. Rad Racer 2, Kicks from Taito, one of my favorite arcade games growing up. Puzzle, an American Video instruction manual. I believe that was the only one he had. The Punisher. That's become a lot more interesting ever since they made a series on Netflix. Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. I bet a lot of people would kill for that manual right now. Pipe Dream, that's a nice one to have. Palamedes, depends on how you say it. I really don't know. It's a Hot B game. And I've got to do a little sorting here as Tango comes to look at my manuals, so I'll fast forward here for a second. And holy crap, I had a Ninja Gaiden 3, The Ancient Ship of Doom instruction manual in this pile. Like Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom, that's another one that I was super stoked to find in this bag. And Little Ninja Brothers. Honestly, I was doing so much better picking through his pile than I ever could have realized when I finally found this bag full of instruction manuals. There was only like 2 or 3 out of the whole stack that I already had. Like Hogan's Alley was one that I already had, and I don't even care about that. Image Fight, that's awesome. Again, just look at that 1980s, early 90s, I'm going to say 1980s style artwork that looks like it's straight out of RoboCop. I swear, they probably were ripping it off at the time. RoboCop probably came out before that game. Ikari Warriors 2, that's another good one. Castle of Dragon by Seta. Very boring looking cover, but I'm very happy to have that. Third-party video game instruction manuals are the bomb. Captain America. That's another one that's definitely gone up in its worth given the popularity of Marvel in the 21st century. The Blue Marlin by Hot B. Acacia's Ring. Another weird cover that looks like it's ripping off something like possibly The Legend of Zelda, but who knows? I can't even remember the gameplay on this game, but I've got the cartridge, so I'll pair the manual with it, maybe pull it out and play it and see what I can remember about this game. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. That's a good one. The Uncanny X-Men. And you know what? I've never really figured out whether to file that under U or X. Normally, it's easy for me to make those decisions, but X-Men kind of makes me want to file it under X. Here's a bunch of WrestleMania video games. Steel Cage Challenge, WrestleMania Challenge, Original WrestleMania, Tecmo World Wrestling. He knew I was a pro wrestling fan, so he definitely pointed those out to me. Willow, another movie tie-in. Trog from Acclaim. That's a very weird game. I've seen it played on Cinemassacre before. I believe on a few other channels as well. Tailspin. Oh, wee, oh, tailspin. Oh, wee, oh, tailspin. That's another favorite cartoon from my childhood. Super Teen Games. Obviously not the gem of the bunch, but it is in very nice condition. Super Off-Road. Ivan Iron Man Stewart's Super Off-Road, and MTV's Remote Control. I believe that is the end of the pile, so I will sort that in and alphabetize and then show you the giant stack of instruction manuals that I ended up with. And there you have it, one massive haul of Nintendo instruction manuals bought from Jason at Trading Games. Please check out his store if you're in the St. Louis area.